Juventus versus Atletico Madrid, obviously 2-0 down Juventus. They have the home advantage. They are 18 points clear. So they've pretty much wrapped up, or have they? They have wrapped up their season. So they should be able to really focus on this match. They rested the key players over the weekend. Do you think this is really Juventus's to lose? 1.73 is the price for them to win. Draw 3.8. Atletico Madrid 6.
Well, I think they need to win 3-0, don't they? Or 4-1, which is going to be a very, very tall order against arguably the best defence in the world.
Yes.
If there's one team that you don't want to face when you've really got to score, it's Atletico Madrid. They're perfectly set up to withstand pressure, to soak up any attacks. They're very disciplined, very organised, keep things very tight. We've watched defensive masterclass after defensive masterclass from this team, and I think they'll go there with a very clear game plan, and I think they've got enough about them to go through on aggregate. They may narrowly lose in the 90 minutes here, but I can't really see Juventus getting to the next round now that they're 2-0 down, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And didn't get an away goal.
Yeah. Obviously, Atletico, they're sort of only 2-0 up, really. Sometimes we've seen teams, they come in, they use their defence in full force and try and just keep that 2-0. Would that be a mistake for Atletico Madrid? Juventus obviously have to come out and open up attack here. Could we be looking at a high-scoring affair, both teams to score over 2.5 goals?
I think that's normally a mistake for any team apart from Atletico Madrid. We've seen many teams do that and come unstuck. PSG against Barcelona last year. Real Madrid obviously did it this season when they were well ahead against Ajax, and then they let them back in. So it is always a risk, but I don't know, something about this Atletico Madrid team just tells me the way that Diego Simeone sets them up, that they're too mature, they're too disciplined, and they're too strong for that. I can see it being still 0-0 at half time. Lots of frustrating them, lots of technical fouls. I'm probably looking at under 2.5 goals in this game, I think. I don't think they'll show a great deal of ambition going forwards, but I think Atletico will keep things very tight at the back.
Yeah. Do you agree with that, Flash? Obviously, Ronaldo rested over the weekend. He does often sort of perform when needed. Do you think it's going to be a close and cagey affair?
Yeah, I don't think you can get away from that. I agreed with probably 85% of what Martin said. The big thing I can see is I think that both teams will score. I think, and also I agree with Martin, that I think that Juventus will just probably edge the night, but not have enough to actually go through. Because it is one of them do or dies, and at the end of the day, I think they have got the perfect weapons to actually hit Juve on the counter-attack late on. I mean, my play in this game, even though I do think that both teams are scoring, it could be overs, like a 2-1, or maybe even a 3-1 doesn't get the job done. But it goes against everything that Atletico Madrid stand for. My play in this game, and I'm quite confident with this one, and this is what does go against Martin, as he thinks it could be 0-0 at half-time, is I think there'll be a goal in each half. By who, I don't care. And that was 2. So I think that they might get an early goal, Juve, but then I don't think that the floodgates are going to open. And then I could even see this game being a 1-1.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking as well, as sort of a 1-1. I think it is going to be close. Both teams to score here, 2.2. And leaning, if I was going for a winner here, I think that Juventus might just nick it. I don't think that they are going to do enough to qualify. I don't know what everyone thinks on the chat panel here, but I think it's pretty clear that Atletico Madrid will progress. So do you think Juventus could be looking for a new manager if they lose this one, Martin?
I think they might, yeah. I mean, obviously Allegri's gone very close. He's been to the Champions League final a couple of times and fallen just short. They'll be very disappointed if they don't make it past the last 16 of the Champions League this time, after the amount of money that they've invested in Ronaldo. They're a very ambitious club. They look like they're going to sign some more players, big players from Real Madrid and stuff in the summer. Obviously, they're giving Aaron Ramsey 400 grand a week to go there. So they're going to have a pretty good team that's well equipped for the Champions League. And I think they're just going to get bored of winning Serie A year in, year out, and they may look to a coach that they think has a better chance of delivering that Champions League title that they so crave. A lot of it depends on who's available, really. Zidane would have been the perfect fit for them. Without him, I can't imagine them going for Mourinho. I mean, they'd love to get Pep Guardiola. If they could nab Pep Guardiola from Man City, I think they'd do that in a heartbeat. But I think they would only do it if the right man came up.
Yeah, I was reading, though, it looks like Pep's quite happy where he is. Obviously, Mourinho was a choice for Real Madrid. That's obviously fallen through. But, yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they were, who are they to go for?